Hi, in this video we are going to begin with macroeconomics, and I would be going in the following way. So I would be telling you what is AD, what is the consumption function, how do you find multipliers, then I would be going, and from this how do you find IS curve. Then I would be going further and telling you what is money market and how do you find the LM curve. Then I would be going further and telling you how do you combine IS plus LM and find equilibrium, and how do different fiscal and monetary policies affect this. Then I would be going further and telling you how do you actually develop the AD function from this. Okay. So what is aggregate demand? Aggregate demand is the total amount of goods demanded in the economy. Okay, so AD has mainly four components: C, I, G and NX. Always at equilibrium, the quantity of output that is produced should be equal to the quantity of output that is demanded. Alright, this is the quantity of total output that is demanded in the economy. This has four components: consumption, investment, government and net exports. Now this must equal to the output that is actually produced. So suppose Y is the output that is produced, and this is the output that was demanded. So these two should be equal at equilibrium. So for an economy, the equilibrium level is Y is equal to AD, or I can say Y is equal to C plus I plus G plus NX. Now, for example, let's take the case that the output that is produced is different from the output that is demanded. Then in that case, you will have some inventory that is left. So if I produce 1000 units and only 800 are demanded, then 200 units are something that are unplanned inventory. Similarly, supposedly I produce 1000 units but 1200 are demanded, then again I will have negative unplanned inventory. People were demanding more, I was not able to produce more. So we define unplanned inventory by Y minus AD, where Y is the output that is actually produced in the economy and AD is the output that is actually demanded by the economy. Supposedly IU, that is unplanned inventory, is greater than 0. We say we have produced more this year and I would like to produce lesser amount next year. So supposedly I produced 1000 units and only 800 were demanded. Then I somehow know that this year I've produced a lot more than what people were demanding. So in the next year, I will take this into consideration, I will adjust accordingly and I will produce lesser units the next year. So this will lead to lesser production in the next year. But supposedly IU is less than 0. Then I know that I have actually produced lesser than what people have demanded. So in the next year, I am going to produce even more. So I will again adjust accordingly and produce more than what I produced this year. So firms based on what IU is, will adjust. So supposedly this is AD is equal to Y curve. Because the two things are equal, this has to be a 45-degree line. And this is my AD curve. We'll explain how this AD curve actually comes out to be this very soon. But suppose this is my AD curve. So all this region, my output that is actually produced is greater than the demand. So I have IU greater than 0. Similarly, in this region, I have output produced being less than the demand. So IU is less than 0. Now I would like to explain the component of aggregate demand, which is the consumption function. So let's go to the consumption function now. So the consumption function C can be written as C bar plus small c y, where this C bar is called the autonomous consumption, this small c is called the marginal propensity to consume, and this is the output or your income. So C is equal to small c bar plus small c y. Now what is autonomous consumption? When your income is 0, your consumption, so if I put y equal to 0, c would be equal to c bar. So how much you consume even at 0 level of income is autonomous consumption. So obviously, even if people are not earning, they will consume something at least to survive. Whatever that consumption is called autonomous consumption. What is marginal propensity to consume? So that is the slope of the consumption function. So C is equal to C bar plus small c y. When you differentiate the consumption function with respect to y, you will get small c. So small c tells you how does your consumption changes when your income changes. So if my small c is 0.9, I would say that when income increases by $1, consumption will increase by $0.9. Okay, so now let's construct this function. So when so this is income and this is O and this is consumption. So when income is 0, consumption is C bar. Then when income increases, consumption also increases, and the slope, that is perpendicular by base, the slope of this function is C bar. Okay, so this is the consumption function that we have. Now we want to draw savings function corresponding to this consumption function. So we know that income can either be consumed or saved. So income can either be consumed or saved. So consumption function is C bar plus small c y plus S. So S is y minus cy minus C bar. So this is minus C bar plus 1 minus C into y. So I can write this as minus C bar plus some b into y. Okay. So what this